Hey guys, welcome to another interesting segment on Home Truth Nigeria. Today I want to talk on a topic called Don't Do This When Dating a Nigerian Man. There are certain things you shouldn't do when dating a Nigerian man. Some of these things may be alien to you because of cultural differences and all that. However, as a Nigerian man, I will tell you not to do these things when dating or in a relationship with a Nigerian man. Now, you may be wondering what I'm talking about. You may be thinking, what is he about to say? So, without further much ado, let us dive into these things you shouldn't do. So, they may be peculiar to some of you. Some of you might have experienced some of this in reverse, but here we go. The first thing you should never do when dating a Nigerian is never propose to him. Never propose to him. I've seen a lot of women who are so much into this stuff, they literally propose to men. This may work in the Western world. It may be okay to do so in the Western world. Just as we also in 90 Days Fiance, we saw Kim actually proposing to Usman. In the actual world, most especially in Africa and Nigeria, it doesn't work. It is the man who proposes to the woman. It is actually the man who goes on bended knees and pops the big question to the woman, not the other way around. It is then left for the lady to accept or not. Proposing to a Nigerian man is the worst thing you would do because in Nigerian society, Nigerian men do the asking out and proposal, and the woman or the lady being proposed to decides if she wants or not. Once you alter the structure that Nigerian men are raised with, then just be prepared to have a man child. It is important to understand that a real African man, when you propose to him, most especially a real Nigerian man, will scream at you if you propose to them because some of them in some African culture they see it as a taboo, they see it as some kind of omen, as something that would bring bad luck. So avoid this one when you're dating Nigerian. The second thing you shouldn't do when you're dating Nigerian is to trap him with pregnancy. Never trap him with pregnancy. Some women do this when they feel like they might lose the man. They use pregnancy to, trap him in the relationship and possibly make him marry her. I can assure you that this is totally wrong. It's the wrong thing to do because uh, eventually, as time goes on, he will figure it out that you trapped him with pregnancy, and he he would leave you. So I always say this as a sound, kind of a sound warning to lady: don't get pregnant thinking he will marry you. Because when you're pregnant, it will allow him to stay. No, I can assure you that he has no problem to dump you or abandon you if his mind is not in you. Even if you're carrying sextuplets or six children in your womb, he will dump you like hot fries. So don't do this. Another thing you should never do is never insult or attack his family. Never attack or insult his family, no matter the level of fight or disagreement you're having with him. Try as much as possible to avoid it, no matter what. Don't bring his family into your fight. Trust me when I say so. Don't bring his family into your fight. Just you need to understand that for the Nigerian man, family means everything to him. We are very family oriented. So whenever you are in a fight or you have disagreement, please keep his family out of your mouth because at the end of the day, if you both decide to stay together, he will still need his family's approval and validation to be with you. And if the family know that you have a problem with them, they will tell him no, and no means no. And when a family is already against you, settling down with their son, that is a big problem because it basically means that you are not welcome even when you decide to go back to Africa. And on the long run, he would succumb to that pressure and he would leave you and go get another lady. So no matter what you do, keep his family's name out of your mouth. Another thing you should never do when dating a Nigerian is never challenge his masculinity. Never challenge his masculinity. No matter what you are doing, no matter how pissed or how angry, no matter what he is doing, never say things like, you are not man enough, you're weak, and all of that. Never challenge his masculinity. Try as much as possible to avoid saying these things, in as much as it could be true, even if it is obvious to the eyes that it is all of these things you're saying. Try as much as possible to look for better words, to phrase it. The reason is that Nigeria is a patriarchal society and the men are raised to be everything. Men are raised with confidence, pride, and in fact, men sometimes are raised like gods, like literally like gods. And when you challenge their masculinity, it's like you're touching their godlike ability. No, that's not funny, but this is true. But seriously, try as much as possible to avoid it. Try to look for words, to rephrase words you want to say, not even when you're angry. Try to look for words, rephrase these words. Another thing you should never do is don't fail to ask him what he wants in the relationship. I always tell ladies, please, from the very get go, define your relationship. It is not a sign of desperation. This is very normal in the Nigerian society. Men walk up to women and basically tell them their reasons of wanting to be with them. It's better for you to know from the very beginning if he's actually there, just for fun, just to play around and have fun with you without any form of commitment or strings attached, so that if tomorrow he wakes up and then he disappears on you, it's no news to you, or maybe he's there for all the right reason in a committed and serious relationship. I'm talking about a serious relationship that could, potentially lead to both of you getting married and on the long run, maybe starting a family if you both want to. So always ask this from the very beginning what he wants in the relationship. Always ask this. If it doesn't sit well with your plan or what you want, you have the right to turn it down. Very important. Always ask this from the very beginning. It's no sign of desperation. It's no sign of desperation for you to also say what you are looking at in wanting to be in a relationship. Very important. And another thing you should never do when dating a Nigerian is never make the first move. Never make the first move towards him. No matter how desperate you are or how much you need a man, please never make the first move to a Nigerian man. Don't take him out on a date when you guys are getting to know each other. At the very beginning, don't take him out on a date. At that acquaintance stage, do not take him out on a date. Later, when the relationship is defined and you guys, are settled and you're a couple, why not? You could sometimes, go out, have fun, and all of that. But at the very beginning stage of your relationship, when you getting to know each other, never take him out on a date. Let him do that. Don't go about, trying to spoil him with gifts, thinking when you buy him or everything you think a man needs it to make him love you the more. That is, totally wrong. Don't do it, never do it. One thing you must know about Nigerian men, and I still say it to most ladies, is that Nigerian men are like traditional African hunters. They know what they want. They are not in self denial, they know what they want. Every Nigerian man you see knows what he wants in a woman. And once they see what they want, They set out to get it. And it's totally wrong and absolutely wrong for you as a lady to be the one going after them or hunting them for a relationship. So I always say, please try as much as possible not to do that, because if you go after them, if you hunt them, you would pay with you will pay with everything you have to run that relationship, because they will become like a liability to you. Eventually they would leave you when they are done, and they will go to the particular lady they have seen and identified. So, in conclusion, I always say, when you're dating a Nigerian man, or you have huge interest of wanting to be with one, or you're getting to know a Nigerian man, the very beginning, please avoid doing most of these things I have said. So, you could be in a situation where you are getting to know a Nigerian man. Don't do any of these things. You could be in a situation where you are on the early phase of your relationship. Don't do most of these things. You could be in a situation where you're already dating for long. Don't do most of these things. And you could be in a situation where you are married to a Nigerian man. There are certain things you should not do. You know, most Nigerian women understand these things I'm talking about. They understand this, and most Nigerian women will not do this. So, as much as you can, try to avoid this. No matter how handsome, sexy, or good looking he is, at the very beginning, when you get in to know him, don't give yourself out. Let him come for you. Let him be the one, looking for you. So, in summary, please don't force yourself to any of them. Try as much as possible to respect yourself, love yourself, be happy with your life. If they want you, they will come for you. If they don't want you, then they wouldn't get you. And that is absolutely not your fault. It is not a problem. It doesn't mean you're bad. So, again, I would like to say thanks for watching. And maybe sometimes in the future, I would make the part two of this, maybe this month or next month. Let's see how time permits, by God's special grace. So, again, please like this video, comment respectfully, and most especially subscribe for more content. I wish you guys a lovely day. Home Truth Ninja. Peace out.